This thing on? Mic check, mic check. How can I put this on? Little wrench. So, can my handcrafted products help me quit my 9 to 5? I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's what this mess is. Excuse the mess. This is what trying to figure that out looks like. But let's get serious real quick. So before I get into the serious talk with you guys, I want to tell you guys a little bit about what this channel is about. Hi, my name is Mike. I started this channel, Mike Martin Made, in order to document basically my journey from starting a small business from zero all the way to hopefully quitting my 9 to 5. I basically make handcrafted leather goods that I plan on selling. I've been taking some custom orders here and there, but I haven't basically been taking it serious, and I've only been doing it for about 8 months. But I think it'd be awesome to basically document it from the start all the way to quitting my 9 to 5 and bringing you guys along the way. You know, sharing everything with you guys, sharing, revenue, sharing profits, sharing losses, the good, the bad, the ugly, orders, how I make stuff, like the handmade process, everything. I think that'd be really cool to basically show you guys and bring you guys along the way from the beginning. But this is basically going to be episode 1 of a weekly series called Handmade Money, where I'll basically be updating you guys every week, but nonetheless, let's get serious. So before I pretty much get into everything else, I need to let you guys know my why. The biggest reason why I think, the biggest reason why I'm doing all this, the biggest reason why I want to quit my 9 to 5 and why I want to go full time in entrepreneurship and working for myself, is I'm a father of 3. I am a husband. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a creative person at heart. And I want to do it for more freedom. I'm not looking to become rich. I'm not a rich person. I didn't inherit any money. I don't have, I don't own a bunch of businesses. I don't have a huge platform with social media following or anything like that. Just a regular dude trying to basically just make it from scratch, from zero, all the way to quitting his job. I think the ultimate richness for me is freedom. Being able to be there for my kids. I have 3 girls with 1 boy on the way at any second. At the time of this recording, he'll probably be born like literally a couple days after I finish recording this. But that's why I do it, for my wife, for my kids. I want to have more freedom. I don't want to freaking wake up in the morning, dread my day, drive to work with that freaking anxiety and just stress of like having to work for somebody else, making someone else rich, sitting on the sidelines. I'm 29, which I don't know, for a lot of people that's still young. For some people, for younger people, like I'm old, I'm unk, as they say, but I don't want to get older and older and older and then regret not taking a leap, regret not taking a jump, starting a YouTube channel, starting a small business, like taking a risk, not getting rid of the fear of looking dumb or failing is the biggest thing. Because trust me, I have my fair share of failing. I have tried so many businesses. I've tried drop shipping. I've tried a photography business. I've tried a real estate marketing business, a real estate photography business. I've tried a podcast. I've tried a landscaping business. Oh, that one was cool, but oh my gosh, that one kicked my butt. But I tried a bunch of businesses, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And this is one where I'm actually going to be like hand making things, which I don't know if it'll do anything, especially nowadays. We have so many people we're competing with, so many people that we are basically competing against as a small creator, as a small business. But yeah, I feel like you guys kind of get the point, right? More freedom, being able to, work for myself, be there for my family, and not feel like I gave my life to a company that can replace me just like that. But nonetheless, like I said, I don't have anything against a 9 to 5. I do have a problem though with not listening to my body, not listening to my mind, and not listening to my heart. That's telling me like, hey, like take a leap, take action, do something, And let's not get it twisted. Like at the end of the day, that is my why. But the only thing that can take me there is that, is that money, that's why I want to be sharing with you guys, like basically everything, my expenses, everything like that. Which brings me to my next points, which is so far how much I've spent and how much I've made so far. This is the start of my journey still. I'm still considering the start of my journey, even though I've sold a handful of products already. But like I said, it's mostly been for like, you know, family, friends and stuff like that. So far, since I've started, so I want to say this is maybe like 6-month time frame. I have made an estimate. I'm gonna estimate, I think it's about 200 I'm gonna say 200 to $300 how much I've spent so far. Oh man, I'm estimating around 2,000 or a little bit over 2,000. So far I've spent money on, you know, tools, the actual leather itself. I bought a laser, which was freaking a huge expense. And then I have other expenses, you know, like, you know, obviously softwares. I don't know if you want to count this office space that I have. This is the office space that I have right here. You guys saw in the beginning of the video. But I have that office space. I'm not really including that right now because it's an office space that I've had basically for a while now from my other businesses that I had. But now this is what I'm going to be using this space for, is basically to build stuff by hand and sell it, you know, very simple. So things that I've made so far, just to kind of give you guys a little, you know, insight. So far I've made wallets, card holders, keychains, guitar strap. But like I said, most of the things I've made either to sell to a friend or family, or I've made for myself, kind of just to get my reps in. And by no means am I a master freaking leather crafter or anything like that. I'm not claiming to be. I'm learning along the way, and I think that's like the most important thing to anybody that's watching, is kind of like, if you're gonna take that leap, don't feel like you have to be 100% ready, you know. Just freaking learn as you go. That way you get to be, you gotta have that life that you want. But that's basically where I'm at right now. You know, I'm planning on giving you guys weekly episodes and updating you guys along the way. And then hopefully, you know, if we can grow together, that'd be freaking awesome. But yeah, if you're like me and you want to quit your 9 to 5 and you're looking for a way out, and you have a skill and you have things that you make and you have things that you know you can sell, you know, put yourself out there. That's the one thing I want to say right before I close it out. That's me. I'm taking a risk. And I don't know if it's going to pay off, but I don't know yet. It's barely episode 1. But other than that, though, you guys have a good one. Peace.